In this session, we're going to be multiplying and dividing rational expressions. So if we have the problem s squared minus 5s plus 6 divided by s squared minus 10s plus 16 all times s squared minus 6s minus 16 over s squared plus 2s. The first thing that we're going to need to do is factor each individual numerator and denominator. So the top left here is going to factor to s minus 3 times s minus 2. The bottom left here will reduce, or will factor to s minus 8 times s minus 2. Carry the multiplication sign. Now the numerator on the right side will factor to s minus 8 times s plus 2. And finally the denominator on the right side will factor to s times s plus 2. Now since we're multiplying these two fractions together, we can say that there's one fraction, and we multiply the tops together and the bottom. Since we can do this, any factor that is on the top, if there's a common factor on the bottom, we can cancel. So I notice that here is an s minus 2 and here is an s minus 2, so they cancel each other out. Again, here's an s plus 2, here's an s plus 2. They'll cancel each other out. An s minus 8 and an s minus 8. They cancel each other out. What are we left with? This s minus 3, and on the bottom an s. And that's as far as we can take it. An s minus 3 and an s share no common factor. So this would be our final answer. When it comes to dividing, it's the exact same thing, except we need to change it to multiplication and then flip the second side. So if we have 22x cubed over y squared divided by 33x to the 9th over y to the 7th. Here we don't have to factor each part because they're not a more complex polynomial. So we're going to change it to multiplication and then flip the fraction. So this problem now becomes 22x cubed over y squared times y to the 7th over 33x to the 9th. And now we just need to see what can cancel. Well, if here I have an x cubed, here I have an x to the 9th. So if I cancel all three x's on the top, I'm going to have to cancel 3 on the bottom. So this x to the 9th is going to become an x to the 6th. So now I can rewrite the problem now as 22 y to the 7th by multiplying across the top here, and on the bottom I'm left with the 33 x to the 6th and that y to the 2nd that was there. So we took care of the x's. Now we need to take care of the y's. If we have 7 y's on top and 2 on the bottom, then these 2 y's are going to cancel with 2 of the y's here, so we'll be left with 5 y's on the top. Now if we rewrite the problem, we have 22 y to the 5th over 33 x to the 6th. So as you can see, the y's and the x's are done. There's nothing on the top and the bottom. There's no x on the top and the bottom, and there's no more y on the top and the bottom. But now we look at our numbers, a 22 and a 33. They both share a common factor of 11. So if we take 11 out of the top, we'll be left with 2 times y to the 5th, and 11 out of the bottom, we'll be left with 3x to the 6th. The 11's cancel, and this is our final answer, 2y to the 5th over 3x to the 6th.